Hello and welcome to Starcraft 2 England. Okay, we've got a really good game today. It's from the Team Liquid replay pack from this Tuesday, which off the top of my head I can't think what the date was, but it's basically the LiquidHerO replay pack. And again, love Team Liquid, they always release their weekly packs. I did a few of TLO's games which were released last week, and today's game I'm going to be doing, well, the first one I'm going to actually try and get a few up, is Team Liquid versus FXOasd ASD. Now, not playing under that, he's playing using Smurf account today, so we'll wait and see. But I do know that it is labelled as FXOasd on the replay pack, and I'm sure that is the case. Now, they were saying something in Korean. I'm not going to try and pretend to know what it was they were saying, but I mean, they obviously know each other, two very well-known players, so this should be a pretty damn good game. So anyway, what we have is it's a Terran versus Protoss game. FXOasd playing as the red Terran over in the southwest corner, and we've got LiquidHerO in the southeast corner. So we'll wait and see what happens. I mean, nothing too out of the ordinary yet. I mean, we've got a gateway coming down, pylon. There's a scouting probe coming out, but as I said, at this stage of the game in TVP, you're not going to see anything too unusual. There's a gas coming down now, so there's going to be some kind of tech coming down. Probably won't see any 2 racks play by FXO or anything like that. But you never know, you might see something peculiar. We'll wait and see what's going on. There's a simulator coming down as well for Hero. And he is actually going to scout the wrong position. Now, if there was something going on here, this wouldn't be great. But obviously, it doesn't really matter. Now, I believe this is a ladder game. And that obviously means you can't have close spawns. And that was a change done by Blizzard in all the ladder maps, that on these 4-player maps where you have a short rust distance, you can't get close spawns. So LiquidHerO knows he's either in the northwest or southwest position. But this scout is now going to go off. He's going to see this one gate coming down, not much else out, so we'll wait and see what does happen. But it is still very early games. Will he actually scout this hidden tech over here? I mean, I don't think he's going to, but we'll wait and see. I mean, a very nice place to be hidden, because obviously with just the one gate, he might be thinking it's a 1-gate expand or something slightly odd. I mean, it doesn't quite add up, because obviously this cybernetics core and pylon are hidden, and I don't think they are going to get scouted at all. This Zealot will be able to harass this SCV, but probably won't be able to take it out just because of the move speed difference. Some Marines coming out, and we have actually got an expansion now coming down for FXO, so he is certainly assuming that this is an expansion play by LiquidHerO, but we're going to wait and see. He is getting Warp Gate tech out, so it could be quite a few things, and this Stalker will now take down this SCV, who isn't going to get the scout off. If we switch to the view, no, FXO does have no clue about this cybernetics core down here, so he does know that there is one out though, because obviously the Stalker is out, so you can assume there is that cybernetic core down, and a Stargate going down now. Sorry to interrupt my train of thought there. This Stargate coming down will be, again, nice little bit of pressure. 2 more barracks finishing up now, and a reactor, so it is going to be a very marine heavy opening for FXOasd. And the command center finishing up, still no expansion down for LiquidHerO, so that's a bit surprising. I mean, considering from what his build is doing, he's just going very, very heavy, getting more pylons down, another gateway. This Stargate is going to finish up soon, so going to be some early pressure from LiquidHerO. Both gases are down, so he is committed to going to a very gas-heavy build at the moment. The command center is now morphing into an orbital command before it moves down, and that's, again, fairly standard. 1 sentry out now as well for LiquidHerO. There's actually a probe sitting up here, so I'm guessing that's to scout the expansion, but might be used for a proxy pylon, anything like that, so we'll wait and see. Warp Gate tech is obviously now done, getting 2 Warp Gates coming in, actually building up quite a few Phoenixes, so going to just do some scouting with those Phoenixes, maybe try and lift a couple of SCVs, we'll wait and see. Again, I think the expansion, no expansion going down, he's long range mining for some reason. He is completely saturated at his main, so we'll wait and see. That probe did just get picked off by these Marines, and the expansion is coming down. But these 2 Phoenix are going to come in. Not sure if they're actually going to be able to do anything, but think they're just getting a good scout off. Those Marines will be able to do some damage to them, so we won't actually see any engagement. And the third Phoenix is coming down, and he should get to snipe maybe a mule. Yep, he does get one mule down. Will he get the other mule down? Again, that would be very nice if he does manage to. The expansion has actually started now for LiquidHerO, so might say it's a bit late. I mean, 7 minutes into the game, quite late for an expansion. I mean, FXOasd has already got his command center down. He's started mining out as an orbital. He is pretty good, but I mean, sniping those mules is good. The missile turrets are now down, so that should stop the Phoenixes doing too much more. So he might snipe the odd thing, but it's probably not going to do huge damage, which is fine. But the odd little snipe from the Phoenixes is better than nothing. We have got Stim coming down now as well. Stim and concussive shells. Again, very, very standard straight up play. We've also got Terran Infantry +1, about halfway done. No upgrade yet, or even any sign of an upgrade yet from LiquidHerO. And of course his Nexus still isn't down, so if we actually switch out, I've actually missed something, I do apologise. He must have sniped a couple of workers. If we have a look, no, just one or two, so nothing massive there. If we go to the Lost tab, again, nothing's really happened yet. A couple of hundred minerals lost on each side, so a bunker down here. Again, moving more units down. It's a very defensive position by FXOasd at the moment. We've got 4 gateways now out, and the forge is now coming down, but I mean, he's already got a deficit in the upgrade, so this +1 attack, infantry attack, will be really strong if he does decide to go for a push now. But there's a lot of sentries out with a lot of banked up energy, so I wouldn't be too worried about any too serious damage being done, because obviously with just, I believe you can actually block it off with 2, but definitely with 3 force fields on this ramp here on Shakura's Plateau. These Phoenixes again just getting some nice scouts out, so see what else does. And I'm not sure if FXOasd is going to go for it, but we will see momentarily. He's just going to scout up there with 1 Marine. There is quite a lot of Marauders actually in that mix, so that Stalker won't last very long, but obviously the Zealots are strong against it. And +1 armor is on its way down. Terran Infantry armor level 1 on its way, and a factory as well. So we could see a transition into factory play, or it might just be being used to grab the starport, which is probably more likely, to be honest. Again, these Phoenixes are running right over some, are probably going to get taken down. 2 are sniped very nicely by those Marines. But again, these Phoenixes are pretty useless at the game at the moment. There's a lot of Marines out. There's a missile turret at both mineral lines. They're not going to be able to do any damage. And as I thought, a starport is on its way down. He's actually using this reactor on the factory, probably to get a reactor starport for a nice lot of medevacs out. And there is some movement now from LiquidHerO. He's bringing these units out to the centre watchtower. Again, just using these Phoenixes to keep poking around, searching for any third base or anything like that. And a Dark Shrine is on its way now. It was actually cancelled, I think, so decided against that, gone for Templar Archives instead. And again, against this bio-heavy ball, Archons or even Storm, absolutely great. So it is a good tech play. Xelon Archon is extremely strong, especially when you're getting charged for the Zealots. But again, both sticking on 2 bases for quite a while. Neither one wants to go out and try and push it any further. Combat Shield is on its way, 2 medevacs coming, and the lovely scouting factory coming out. So should be able to spot a thing or 2 with that. But it is going to be a very, very heavy infantry play by FXOasd. These Phoenixes are scouting everything. They know the starports are there. They know pretty much everything that's going on. So that kind of scouting information is really helpful. Allows LiquidHerO to adjust if he sees fit. So still currently just staying on these Zealots and Sentries, although there are some High Templar, a lot of High Templar being walked in actually, and since there's no Storm, they're going to be going straight into Archons, I would imagine. Yep, there we go. So we've got the 2 Archons morphing in. Upgrades wise, there is a second forge on its way. +2 ground armor is being done now, and that's a nice scan. That's going to reveal all of the army there. Again, I don't think FXOasd is going to try and push it. That is quite a good defense position for the Protoss. He's got a lot of gateways, a lot of warpings going on. Good upgrades. I mean, upgrades wise, it's 1-1 to 0-1, about to be 0-2. There is a robotics facility on the way, so we might see some Colossus play coming in, which again is always good. The splash damage against this heavy infantry play is brilliant. There's a pylon up here, so again for a warp in. Also a pylon up in the 3rd position for FXOasd ASD, so that could be good for a little zealot harass or any kind of warp in, to be honest. This marine here will take out the probe. Not sure if he will actually scout the pylon. He does. He's going to see the pylon, so that will probably get taken down now. And LiquidHerO won't want to move out to try and prevent that. The expansion is about halfway done now for the Terran player, so that will put him on a base advantage, which he was for the 2nd base as well, for the natural expansion. So something you do want to stay on equal bases. I mean, as soon as you're a base behind, you have got problems. And the robotics bay is on its way down now, so we will see a Colossus out soon. Getting +1 attack now, maybe another Archon probably coming out. So this is actually quite a sizable force. They're very equal in supply though, well, bang on exact. So again, this is a really close game at the moment. Upgrades are doing, I mean, slightly better tech, I might say, for LiquidHerO, because obviously he's getting those Colossus out now, and we'll wait and see what the response is of ASD. But he has got some ghosts, so snipes are going to be very effective, specifically against the Archons. So again, it's a very good setup. A lot of, well, not a lot yet, but quite a few snipers already, ghosts rather, already out. So we'll wait and see. This factory is going to scout the entire move out of the army, and it will come back. This could be a bit of an engagement. I'm not sure if he will go for it. It's not ideal. The scan is off. He knows exactly what's there. Feeling quite confident. He can chase this off. He knows there's quite a few. That was a lovely, lovely feedback actually on those ghosts. Very well spent. That'll stop any EMPs getting those shields. So absolutely lovely play by Hero there. Again, another beautiful scan. He knows what's here. I don't think this engagement's going to go down. The 3rd base for LiquidHerO is pretty much finished up, and the command centre is actually finished for ASD. And as I thought, it does only take 2 force fields to block this off, but obviously the medevac's providing the provision of the high ground, so you're going to be able to snipe a pylon. But obviously with that Colossus there, a near infinite amount of force fields if he wants them, it's not going to be too much going on. I mean, I'm surprised he's not using that Colossus a bit more. Just, I think he, oh no, Thermal Lance isn't down yet. That'll be why he hasn't yet moved in. And this is actually looking quite dangerous. There's a lot of units here. Snipe that Archon, lovely. Again, good force fields being pulled out, but that is a lot of firepower. Not the best engagement position for LiquidHerO here, but we'll wait and see what else does happen. +3 ground armour is on its way now for LiquidHerO. Still 1-1, but 2-2 just finishing up now for ASD. His 3rd base is in position. More Colossus are coming out. Again, there is a switch now to Vikings for ASD, so that'll make short work of those Colossus, especially if he is putting them off of a reactor starport, so he's getting 2 at a time. I don't think those Colossus will be a huge problem, and obviously this drop could be very effective. He is going to scout that pylon, which does obviously give away the position, and just where I'm using units coming out now to deal with this drop. Shouldn't cause any problems. And that was a lovely feedback on the medevac. That drop will get cleaned up nicely. And this is actually a good defensive position for LiquidHerO at the moment. He's got a nice spread out. He's got that good angle of attack, and he's protecting all of his bases. But obviously, he is behind in the economy. I mean, if I go to the income tab, he's nearly 1,000 minerals deficit in kind of income rate. So that will really start to hurt. Blink is on its way, as well as Terran ship weapons, and +3/+3. And the Mobius reactor as well is on its way down. So all in all, this is a fairly good play. I mean, just having a scout around, more missile turrets on their way down. Not too much else happening at the moment. There is going to be a possible engagement here, some good scans. He knows exactly what's there. It's all going to be down to these snipes. If these snipes are good, then he could do big damage. He might also choose to do an EMP. We'll wait and see about what actually does go. Those Colossus doing massive damage, obviously due to their splash to the infantry. So this is a pretty big engagement now. Again, it looks like it is coming out better for FXOasd ASD, the Terran player. But it's pretty hard to tell at the moment. There's more charge lots coming in from the side. Those Colossus again, really beautiful micro. How he's kept those two Colossus up, I have no idea. But this Immortal is out now. That's going to do massive damage to the Marauders. More Warpins coming in. One of those Colossus does get taken down, but I think FXOasd is going to have to move back. He has got his 4th base up as well. So again, still ahead by a base. And this is really critical. The main base of LiquidHerO is mined out. So he is on 2 mining bases. Whereas ASD is about to be on 3. He's got a lot of mules out. He's got all of those orbital commands, which are basically going to give him all the money he needs. He has... ASD is ahead in the army supply. There is more Archons being morphed in here. 3 more Archons, 2 Colossi. But if we actually go to the Units tab, all the ghosts have been taken out. I thought he had some ghosts left. So obviously without the ghosts with the snipe, those Archons are going to be incredibly effective. But this is quite a big scary army being built up incredibly quickly. The Vikings are in there, which will be able to focus down the Colossus quite quickly. Not to mention the fact that these are 3-3 infantry versus 3-1 for LiquidHerO. So there is quite a steep upgrade deficit for LiquidHerO. And obviously he still hasn't got this 4th base up, whereas this 4th base is completely functional now for FXOasd. So obviously it is a matter of time now. LiquidHerO is going to have to do something pretty impressive if he's going to hold this off, because although you're this far behind in the income at this stage of the game, all the upgrades are there now. FXOasd can just keep pumping out units, and to be honest, it's not a very good position here for LiquidHerO now. He's getting some good Warpins. Again, choosing to try and get more Archons, which is the right move. I mean, more Ghosts are on the way though, so snipes are incredibly effective. And for those of you who haven't seen, snipes actually getting some changes in the upcoming patch, where its damage is being reduced down to 25 with plus 25 to psionic creatures. So Archons will still be effective just as much by snipe, but again, it will stop snipe being used so much against Broodlords and Ultralisks in TVZ, sorry. So this is going to be quite a big engagement. I mean, it will be impressive if he manages to hold this off. There's quite a lot of Vikings there, so those Colossus aren't going to last. The snipes should go down quite nicely now. Snipes are going down on everything, completely destroying most of the Protoss army. The charge lots are there. There's some great splitting of the Terran infantry, which is absolutely fantastic, minimising the damage the Colossus will do. More charge lots are coming in, but those Vikings are taking, well, making incredibly short work of the Colossi, although they have all now been taken down, but 2 more have just joined in the reinforcements. There is a Warpin now coming. The probes are even being called. I mean, I think this could be it now. I don't think LiquidHerO can hold it, and there is the GG. So that was another brilliant game. I mean, it's pretty obvious where it was lost. LiquidHerO was always behind in the upgrade, not in the upgrades, in bases. So because of that deficit of bases, he didn't have the income, and he didn't really have the harassment to be able to make up for that lack of income at some of the key stages in the game. Anyway, I'm going to try and cast some more games, so I'll get them all uploading. I hope you enjoyed. Click subscribe, share with any friends who might be interested, and as always, comments are welcome. Thank you for watching.